Hey Goobs, it's me Jiv, aka the Furry that's not recommended for some apparent reason. So, in today's video, I'm going to be looking at quite an interesting video topic, as you can see. Because this isn't like my average video, obviously not, you can clearly tell, but I made a post a few days ago, and I said, what is the worst thing that happened to you in the furry fandom? Well, I've got a few comments. I have actually responded to some, I have looked at some, but I actually want to give my genuine reaction for this, because in my opinion, I generally think this is something that, well, I think making a video about might spread a bit of awareness. Now, believe it or not, some people might be surprised or not be surprised of the end result answer of what is kind of the most of an issue in the fandom. But we'll get to that later on for the video. But overall, this video is going to be mainly to look at the more problematic side of the fandom, I think, and give more of a in-depth view of a personalised experience. I'm going to look at the first comment here by A Lucky Dime, because this was actually one of the ones that I really appreciated when people, you know, like people's shittest experiences, because it is showing this as a bit of a problem, because I have a bit of a story to say about this, but let's just read the comment. He said, Furry's younger than me, introducing me to ERP, which is a erotic roleplay, which is technically sexual roleplay, and just other inappropriate stuff, you know, the fandom can have, then coercing me to do it with them. I was 16 at the time. That is yikes. I won't lie. Yeah, this is why I love this comment the most, because when I read through it, I was really like interested. Not because because the person's experiences was absolutely shitty, and kind of shows that the fandom has a bit of a problem with this, because I have seen like furries get into these sort of situations, and technically this could be classified as grooming. And a matter of fact, I think I've gone through a little bit of it through this year, believe it or not, unfortunately, yes. And I won't lie with you, this is actually why I even say this to this very day, I don't recommend minors joining the furry fandom. Be a furry, sure, but don't join the fandom at a young age. Like I said, I'm not saying this to be like a fucking gatekeeping dickhead, I am just saying this for your own safety, because these are going to be similar problems you are going to witness, because the fandom, and this is something that I can agree on, is too sexual. And this is what happens when it gets too sexual. You're going to start including like people like we're 16. And by all means, this is going to really have a big problem, because it makes the person who's encouraging that, like introducing them to fucking sex and shit, or not sex, but like corn pretty much, or erotic roleplay, whatever it is, right? And this is going to be the main core issue, because, well, believe it or not, you know, introducing minors to that makes you look like a PDF person, and also a bit of a groomer. That makes you, guess what, a shitty person. That is on my shit list. Honestly, I absolutely fucking despise these sort of people who do this, no matter what they are, furries or not. But I can say I have witnessed similar stories as a whole, which, you know, is a big of a problem. The next comment is from Trigon, which, he says, standard social media, YouTube, TikTok, the first thing you get greeted with when you have furry as a common tag is videos of sex humour, and other times not even humour. It's just censored corn, or porn, and somehow a few find it funny, with literally just straight up porn. Yeah, this is, no, I can even confirm. I actually want to make a video about this as well, like some point, either this year or next year. It is on the Jiv schedule to be made, because I do want to look at these not as like as a brighter scale, but like looking at how this can actually affect the fandom as a whole, and also how it's a bit of a problem, because you know, pretty much having censored and suggestive NSFW work as a meme isn't really funny to some people, and in fact can be very not only just inappropriate, but also doesn't make the fandom look any better. In fact, it also just makes it look like more of a sex fiend, which technically that is kind of what people get the impression of, which kind of sucks, because when it comes down to furries like myself who just want to enjoy the fandom for what it is, just enjoying anthropomorphic animals, like, you know, just as a whole, nothing sexual or anything, it kind of becomes a bit of an issue when, you know, your whole publicity is just corn and fucking just disgusting stuff like that, or just straight up sex jokes and innuendos. Like, it is just, you know what I mean, it's just something that is just fucking disgusting. The next comment is, something that was probably the closest thing that happened to me was a pizza. Oh no. Yeah, something that happened to me that's kind of similar to the pizza incident at MFF. Well, if you don't know that, let me give you a quick story if you want. I'm probably going to have like a time skip or something right next to me so you can hopefully skip a very disgusting story. But just beware, okay? Just be fucking aware. But the story that goes, and I'm not going to go too far into detail, but what happened is that this furry ordered a pizza for a furry party, I think, or a furry room party. And, I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't like it, but fucking hell, I'll finish it. Technically, they got a pizza and they gooned on the pizza. I don't know why they were doing that stuff. I really don't. But the fact that something that was similar to that incident scares me very much. Wait on, did I send a reply? Oh, that's just sad. Random protogen, well done. I agree with you on that one. This person got, fucking hell. Yeah, I got groomed back when I was 16 on some creep on Discord. You know, it is getting worse though, because I'm very sure that there is going to be so many people who are going to, you know, have similar like stories about getting, you know, fucking groomed and stuff. And I think it is a problem with the fandom, which I also don't agree with. And I won't lie, I think it is something that I think we should make more awareness of, to be honest. I think we generally should. It is something that needs to be talked about a lot more. Something that needs to be a little bit more enforced that people who do this are very shitty people, and we should just, I don't know, send a pipe bomb through their letterbox. But, you know, apparently so that's illegal or whatever. Boring. This person said, bullying incident that made me change your persona. What the fuck? And having doubts in joining in the first place. Sheesh. I am so fucking sorry. I know there's people like that as well, which honestly, if you are, man, if you like bully others into like changing the persona because you don't like it, personally, you are just straight up a fucking dickhead. there is no denial on that one. Like, mate, let other people's personas be, okay? If this guy was a worm persona, who fucking cares, okay? Who cares? In the regards of, why are you bullying them? Because they have a persona that you just don't like the animal of, or the species. Like, grow up. This person said getting cancelled over some nonsense drama made up by an obsessive manipulative person when I used to have Twitter. Well, first mistake, Twitter. I mean, I feel so sorry for you, Ivan. I feel so sorry for you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it so easy to get cancelled on Twitter where like you can just get cancelled, like anyone can get cancelled now? Like what? I thought it was just celebrities that got cancelled. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm confused. But yeah, apparently so they got cancelled over some nonsense drama, which is actually kind of shitty, if so, like very, very shitty. Having to hide Furry from my friends. That is literally me right now. I always hide my shit from people, other than like really good friends that I know. But like other than that, I actually do keep my identity quite fucking hidden. Like, honestly, I am literally, like, I may as well, like, run Squid Game at this point, if you've ever watched the show, because they're that secretive and, like, doing their operations. Like literally me, like the recruiter, man. Like, honestly, that's literally how fucking quiet I am about me being a furry. I don't even, like, if anyone said, are you a furry? I'd say, no. That is literally how, like, bad it is for me. I would always deny it, and I would have every comeback to say if they even had proof. Is that bad, guys? Is that showing how bad me having to hide myself being a furry from people is? Because I don't know, man. I just do it so I can not getting any weird like vibes or arguments. This person got groomed. Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. It's like they're just getting groomed left, right, and center. It's so sad, man. None of these people deserve this shit, by the way. It is. See, look, literally right below him. Like, bro, we've found 4 people. Like, what the fuck? Probably even more, actually. Jesus. But yeah, I won't lie, because this is the end of the comments. This is actually like, you know, showing the major problems that are in the fandom can definitely be shown just by this comment section alone. When you do like a graph of everything. When you start realizing that people's common experiences are just them getting like groomed or getting put in sexual situations, it is showing how bad the fandom is in that regard. In fact, as a furry myself, I actually feel so bad, not only just because of how it is, you know, like people who think it's No, no, sorry. It's like, I don't really agree with it. I think it's really, really wrong as a whole. And I feel like what we kind of have to do as a fandom, in my opinion, is to spread awareness to like, or like, I don't know, try and like be a lot more online safety around, you know, like if minors want to join the fandom, or heck, even say that minors shouldn't be in the fandom, you know, that should be a really big help. And if people start imitating or starting to just join the fandom because they want to, you know, do weird shit to the young audience of furries, then I think it is something that we should generally talk about a lot more. And even if they are furries at the end of the day, it is still something that we should still promote in saying that this shit is not right, we need to fucking stop this, it's not good. Because, in my opinion, this has actually been one of the bigger things that has actually made me pull away from the fandom so many times. Even though I enjoy being a furry, but I just don't really enjoy the fandom as much because the signs of these people could just be catastrophic. Because I don't want to associate myself with someone who is freaky like that, but I still enjoy anthropomorphic animals and shit. Like, it's really an odd relationship. But I think most people do leave the fandom because of these people, and I think we could improve on this and make the fandom, guess what, a safer space if we start acting on these people. Or even just better yet, just talking about it. And like I said, I think more of the voices, more of the, you know, more of the impact of how we can end these disgusting fucking traits and stuff. What I'm saying is that we should just more or less be better people at the end of the day, and try and do what's right for the fandom. And we shouldn't really ignore these problems. We should more or less go at them at full head on. Not necessarily full head on, but like, just spread awareness. You know what I mean? That's kind of all I'm asking for in this entire monologue. But anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I also do hope you enjoyed this topic as well. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.